Hello, and thank you for choosing Note Designer, leaders in therapy note writing software for mental health professionals. In this video, we are going to give a general overview of Note Designer to get you started. That being said, we do encourage new users to simply jump in and start pressing buttons, exploring, and trying it out as a great way to get acquainted with the program. Once familiar with the program, users tell us they can get their notes done in just a few minutes, and they even find it kind of fun. Let's take a look together. If you've never used Note Designer before, the first time you open the program, it will take you to our demo notes. This is a good way to get acquainted with the basics. Once you've seen and explored the demo, simply click Exit the demo to unlock all the features, and you will be taken to the full program. Whenever we choose to start a new note, this takes us to a list of note types. The list begins with different types of progress notes. As you scroll down further, you'll also find our specialized note types, such as for addictions counseling, child and family, couples, groups, and so on. This is followed by our reports: intake report, treatment plan, risk assessment, and termination summary. And last, you'll find our forms template. This includes various consent and referral forms. When you hover over a note type, you can read a little description of what the note provides. Let's begin by considering the different progress notes. You'll see that we offer two types of exclusive AI notes: AI Note and AI Auto Note, followed by a series of note types that can be used either with or without our AI assistance. For this demonstration, let's first explore our dedicated AI Auto Note, which is the simplest of our notes. So from the note type list, we click on AI Auto Note to select it, and then the green Start the Note Now to begin your work. As with all our notes, the AI Auto Note opens immediately to a Headings tab. Here we can enter all the relevant demographic information, such as client's name, date of the session, start and end times, the fee, and CPT codes and diagnostic codes if so needed. You'll see that when you enter information on the left, it appears automatically on the right of the screen, which is the note that you're creating. It's important to note that information you enter into the Headings tab in any note type will never be sent to our AI system. Though our AI system is fully secure and compliant, we do this as an added level of protection for the most identifying information, PHI, in the record. Next, we click the Summary tab, which opens to a Session Overview text box. It is here where you can simply enter a few phrases that capture various aspects of your clinical session. So for instance, you might add a few words about the client's mood, presenting concerns, your main interventions, and the client's response to the session. You can leave it at that, or you can use the next tab, Additional Details, to choose additional content from some of our professional content lists. And if needed, you may also choose some content from our Risk Assessment tab. Once you have entered as little or as much session detail as you wish, you are ready to have the information be rewritten by AI to produce your professional note. Simply click the blue AI Rewrite button and select how you want your note to appear: SOAP, burp, DAP, your preferred terminology, pronouns, how elaborate you would like the note, and even the language that you need. Once you press the Submit to AI button, in just a few seconds your completed note will appear on the right-hand side. You can then edit it as you wish right there on the screen. You can then choose to add your signature that you can either upload or create using our digital writing pad. So here I've uploaded an image file of my signature, and so I can add that to the note. either with or without a timestamp. Once the note is finalized, you are ready to either export it as a PDF file to upload to your electronic record or EHR, or copy it and paste it into a Word document on your personalized computer. Before leaving this AI AutoNote to explore another note type, let's take a quick look at some features offered when you're using the platform. Down on the right here, there is an orange question mark. This opens Sophie, our helpful chatbot. She is there to answer any questions you have about the Note Designer program as you're working on your notes. So we might type in, "How do I create my signature?" And in just a few moments, Sophie will give you the answer. You'll also notice that at the top left of the screen, there is a yellow light bulb. Clicking on this takes you to our AI Insights feature. Here you can get information about anything related to psychology, mental health, and psychotherapy. So for instance, we might ask it to recommend some CBT interventions for the treatment of panic and anxiety. You can even ask it for some possible analytic interpretations of a dream. Please note, as is the case with all AI features in Note Designer, we do not use your inputs to train our AI system. Next, let's briefly explore one of our other note types that you can use either with or without AI included in every subscription. Let's select Note Designer's Burp Note and click the green Start button. What you'll find are a series of tabs across the top. These are the major content sections of the note. As we saw with the previous AI AutoNote, the Burp Note opens to the Headings tab. Here we can first enter all the relevant demographic information. Next we have the Behavior tab. This is where you enter details about what the client presented as well as what you observed. You'll see that on the left are a series of sub-tabs that provide different types of content to choose from. So here you can enter things like the client's appearance, their affective state, mental state, and some details about their overall level of functioning, similar to the WHODAS. What you'll see is that when you click the options on the left-hand screen, they are combined into complete sentences on the right-hand screen where you are building your note, creating a well-written note that can be as concise or as comprehensive as needed. Please keep in mind that you don't have to use all of the options provided, and you can make your notes as short or as long as you wish. Next, we have the Interventions tab. Here you will find content related to the themes discussed during the session, as well as the type of overall treatment and the specific interventions you may have used. You simply select what applies, and it appears on the right. You'll notice that all notes come with some basic content, such as intervention types including CBT, supportive, and psychodynamic. If you need content related to another therapeutic approach, let's say internal family systems, acceptance and commitment therapy, or EMDR to name a few, we do provide a special content library from which you can select the specific content you need to make a customized note. We have 17 different types of therapies currently represented in our content library. To learn more about how to use the content library, please check out our video about this located in the support menu of Note Designer. Continuing with our Burp Note, we have the Response tab. This is where we enter some details about how the client responded to the session. And last, we have the Plan section, where we include information about our treatment plan, medical necessity or treatment justification, and any assigned homework, followed by the date and time of the next session. Again, please note, you can use as much or as little of the content as you wish to build your note. It's really up to you. As part of writing your note, there is also space for you to add more specific personalized content at the beginning and closing of the note. At this point, you can now choose to send the note to our AI system for AI rewriting to polish it off, or you can simply use the note as it is without using AI at all. Though AI-written notes create very sharp-sounding and professional notes, it isn't entirely necessary, as Note Designer notes already help you build a note that is professional and complete. That being said, to use the AI feature, simply press the blue AI Rewrite button, as demonstrated earlier, and follow the instructions. Once your note is written, either using AI or not, you can always go in and tailor or revise your note further as needed. As demonstrated earlier, once your note is done, you can choose to add your signature and timestamp at the bottom. Note that if you don't want to include a timestamp, you can simply turn it off. Those are the basic features of Note Designer, and so that's really all you need to know to get started. Now let's dig a little deeper to explore some of the customizing features that will help you write the exact kind of notes you want and need. Let's look first at setting our preferences. So here we go to the top menu bar and click the Preference menu. It is here where you can change the wording of your phrases from client to, let's say, patient or student. Here you can also select whether you want a title for your notes to appear, such as Progress Note or Session Note. You can also choose such things as whether you want to include paragraph breaks and section headings within your note. Now let's examine a few other simple customization features and how they work. You can edit all Note Designer statements as you wish by clicking on the pencil icon and then using the green floppy disk icon to save your edits. You can also hide statements you don't think you'll ever use by clicking the gray eye icon. And finally, you can like an item you use very often. Now, a red heart will appear beside these items in your program so that you can find them easily. When you click a tab and scroll to the bottom of any particular sub-tab or category, you will find a button with a plus sign that says Add. This is where you can add your own custom statements that you can save for use in all your future notes. Note Designer also comes with some advanced customization features that allows clinicians to more fully design custom note templates to use in their particular clinical context and/or to fulfill particular requirements by licensing bodies, insurance companies, or to make templates that are readily compatible with specific EHRs. Let's take a quick look at these more advanced customization features. To do any advanced customization, you click the Customize this note on the top menu bar. This will take you to a dedicated design space where you can modify the content, create all new content, and even move content around the template. For example, you can move around the phrases, the subtabs, and even the tabs to put them in the order you wish. This is done by dragging and dropping. You can also edit the names of tabs and subtabs. Just hover and press the pencil edit button and then save. You can also add entirely new tabs, subtabs, and categories to build exactly the note template you need for your work. For example, we created a tab called Homework and now would like to add a subtab. Here we press the green plus Add Subtab button and name the new subtab a type of homework we might assign to a client. Let's call this one Mindfulness. Next, the program will prompt you to start creating content by choosing one of our generic content formats, something we call widgets. This could be a simple text box, a sentence stem with a list of possible items, or a multiple choice type of widget. Samples of what the widgets look like are displayed on the right using a restaurant menu as an example. So, for example, if we choose a list widget, we see the example stem. After consulting the menu, the customer ordered. So now let's edit that sentence stem to reflect what we need. So here we're going to put, the client was assigned the following mindfulness exercises. Then we create the list. So we make a list of selections to choose from. We'll start with self-compassion meditation. Another type of mindfulness exercise we might select is progressive muscle relaxation. So let's add that in. And as a final one, we might put walking meditation. You can add as many statements as you wish. After we've completed these advanced customizations in our design space, we simply press the Leave this design page and go back to the Note button, where we can now start using our customized template to write our notes and all our future notes. From time to time, our team of clinicians may also add some new statements for you to use, often based on requests from our users. These can be cloned into your note template by going to the Content Library note in your note type list. Please consult our video on how to use the Content Library found in the support menu to use this feature. If you added our Workspace feature, you can save encrypted drafts of your notes, allowing you to readily return to them to make edits, corrections, or additions. In keeping with our commitment to security, privacy, and confidentiality, all of your draft notes and patient information are stored directly on your own computer, not ours. This ensures you are the only one with access to your private clinical information. Let's see how it works. Once you add and download the Workspace feature, you simply open the Workspace application on your computer and log in to Note Designer directly from the app. Now, when working on your notes and reports, a Save button will appear at the top. You simply press Save and give your draft a name. All your saved drafts will be displayed at the top of your note list when you open the program. Again, these encrypted drafts are being saved on the hard drive of your own computer, keeping you in charge of your clinical information. When you want to return to work on a note, you simply click on your saved draft and the note will appear, and you'll be able to make changes and edits in your Note Designer program. Once you're finished working on your note or report, you are then ready to export it to your Documents folder on your own computer, your EHR, or wherever you like to save your final notes. Of course, you can also print your notes if you prefer to not keep electronic records. Importantly, this feature is not intended for the permanent storage of your clinical documents. Please keep in mind that these encrypted drafts are simply being stored in a hidden database file on your own computer hard drive, and so we are not able to access them, back them up, or offer further protections. This is why you should always export your final notes when they're done. This has been a quick overview of the major features of Note Designer. As we said at the beginning, the best way to become familiar with the program is to simply jump in and start pressing buttons, exploring and trying it out to see what happens. The program is quite intuitive to use, and with a bit of practice you'll be able to get your professional notes done with ease and efficiency. Again, if you do need any assistance while using the program, please consult Sophie, our helpful chatbot, or the support menu at the top right of the screen. In the support menu, you will find answers to most questions, as well as links to a series of instructional Note Designer videos. Of course, if you require any further help or information, our team is always happy to assist. Please send us an email at info@notedesigner.com. Thank you for joining us at Note Designer.